Everybody has a short story that traumatized them, and today I'm going to be talking about A Good Man is Hard to Find, which was published in 1953 in the anthology Modern Writing 1 by Flannery O'Connor. A man is planning on taking his family on a vacation to Florida, but his mom, referred to as the grandmother, wants to go to Tennessee instead. She tells him that there's an escaped convict called the Misfit and that he's on his way to Florida, but nobody really listens to her. Soon they leave for the vacation and the grandmother insists on taking the cat with her. As they're driving, she points out scenery and tells stories to her grandkids. The family stops for food at a barbecue place and the grandmother hits it off with the owner, Red Sam. He and his wife don't seem to be very fond of each other. His wife is a waitress there, and she's very worried about being robbed by the Misfit. Eventually, they get back on the road, and the grandmother wants to stop and see a plantation that she insists is nearby. The son doesn't want to stop, but the grandmother gets the kids all riled up, and so to get them to stop crying, he agrees. However, the grandmother clearly leads them in the wrong direction, down a dirt road that hasn't been used in a long time, and they end up crashing their car into a ditch. Nobody is seriously injured, but the grandmother wants to pretend to be seriously injured so that her son doesn't get mad at her. They catch the attention of a group of men nearby, and the grandmother recognizes one of the men as the Misfit, and instead of playing it cool, she points out that he's the Misfit. He straight up says to her, "It would have been better for you all if you hadn't recognized me," and one by one, his entourage takes the family away and shoots and kills them. The grandmother immediately begins to plead for her life and insisting that he's a good man. She can tell he's a good man. He talks about his family, and she begins to pray and talk to him about Jesus. This causes him to have a little bit of a religious crisis, and the grandmother looks at him and says, "You're one of my babies. You're one of my own children." And he seems shocked and just shoots her. The entourage comes back from killing the family, and the Misfit says she would have been a good woman if it had been somebody there to shoot her every minute of her life. The Misfit haunts this story from beginning to end. Wherever they go, he is in the background. He's brought up or someone's worried about him. And his character is so interesting, the way he speaks to them and treats them respectfully despite the fact that he's about to kill all of them. The title of this story comes from a song of the same name, the full line being, "A good man is hard to find, you usually get the other kind." And the question, what does it mean to be good, is ever present in this story. What does goodness look like to the grandmother, and who is worthy of goodness and grace? But I think the most important question is, why didn't she just shut up?